Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridget. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for joining me. So I was just on my own on social media yesterday, scrolling and just minding my business, JJJ. And then I saw this picture of this man, and the title was Gospel Singer Tope Alabi in Paternity Scandal. Oh my God. I was shocked because Tope Alabi is one gospel singer that I really, really love. The way she praises God, the way she ministers, her songs are like prayer. What? Paternity scandal? I started to take a closer look. So apparently, this man who, his name is Mayogun, Mr. Mayogun Alaoye, said he's the one that is the father of the first child. So the article said that two different men are claiming that the first daughter is their own child, according to one Mr. Mayegun Alaoye, an auto dealer who reached out to us. That's the blog. He said his own side of the story in claiming that the paternity of singer Tope Alabi's first child. He said he's the father of Ayomikun, whom he added Alabi as the surname because she bears Alabi as the surname. And Alabi is the singer's new husband's name. He also went further to state his displeasure at how the singer denies him access to the daughter to get access to his so-called daughter. So the bloggers now saying, who can get the pikin now? Who can get this child now? Daddy Alabi said is his daughter. They changed the name to Ayomiko Alabi. Mr. Mayogun Ola said is his daughter. So wahala deo. So, and a lot of people in the comment section of that post were saying that the girl, Ayomiko, actually looks very much like the daughter of the man, of this man that came forward, Mayogun, who is saying that is the father. And the blogger also showed a couple of chats, this discussion between himself and the man. So apparently it was the man that contacted this blogger and said, hello, good evening. I'm getting in touch in respect of Tope Alabi. I'm the father of the first child, Ayo. And the blogger said, can you give me details? And he now went on and said, Tope was living with me at Oguntola Street, Shomolu, as a living lover from 1996, and she got pregnant in 1997, of which I was responsible for until she gave birth to Ayo on the 7th of May, 1998. I did the naming ceremony on the 14th May 1998 with a big party attended by all well-known Yoruba movie sector marketers you can think of. And he said afterwards, they lived together for about a year before a misdemeanor from her led to their separation. I don't know what he means by misdemeanor. So the blogger asked what brought about the misunderstanding. But he didn't answer that question. That's where my suspicion first started. When he didn't answer the question, he said, what brought about the separation? He didn't answer. He just said, she changed my daughter's name to Alabi and denied me access to her. And then he posted a picture of when the girl was celebrating, when the man was, the Mayogun posted and said in his page, he was posting the girl's pictures and saying, oh, exactly 20 years ago, you were delivered at CAC maternity home. And you know, Shoji, I was full of joy because you were my first fruit in life. I named you Mary Ayomikun Oyegoke at my house in Shomolu on the 14th of May 1998. I am your biological father, which nobody can claim to be. Happy birthday to you, my firstborn. I love you and I'll forever love you. May you be successful in life. Long life and prosperity, my darling daughter. And he posted a couple of the girl's picture. But on the graduation of the girl, when the girl graduated, because don't forget that she's always claimed her name officially is Ayomikun Alabi, which is Tope Alabi's husband's name. And on her graduation, when the girl graduated, the Alabi, who is the stepdad now, or who is, the adopted father, said, congratulations, my daughter, on your graduation at Bowen University. You shall be fulfilled in Jesus' name. And the girl replied, amen, daddy. So, I mean, to be honest, this was a real shocker for me because I never knew that, that there was an incident like this, or that Tope Alabi had a child before she married this man, because I've always known her together with this Alabi man, who is, I think, is a manager, and you know they're in business together. She's a gospel singer, and he manages her or something like that. They have a studio together and they do things together. And I mean, they appear to be a very, very loving couple. And I was shocked. I was like, my God, where did this come from? And you should see the comments. A lot of people were commenting about how perhaps maybe, you know, that some people apparently know that Tope Alabi had a daughter before she married her husband. But the man was not in his life, on the girl's life. So people were wondering, why would it come up now to now start claiming, of all places on social media, that he's the father of the girl? I didn't want to say anything. I just kept quiet, but I kept an eye on the story because I was interested in it. And then I checked again back on the site, and the girl came and posted. Ooh, she had a lot to say. She fired back. She fired back shots. She said that Soji Alabi is the only father she knows. And this is coming after a man named Mayogun Alawi went online to claim he's the father of Tope Alabi's daughter. He began claiming the girl in 2018 on Instagram. On Instagram, of all places. He has shared multiple posts claiming Ayomiko is his daughter and comparing his face to his to show the resemblance. He has also been tagging Tope Alabi to the post. Mayogun Alaye also alleged that Tope Alabi has blocked every avenue for him to know his biological daughter in the past 22 years. But reacting during an interview with Punch, Ayomiko stated that she was not surprised. This is the girl in question now that the paternity is debated. She said that she's not surprised about the development because her mother has since informed her about this man who claimed to be her father. She said that, and she stressed that the only father that she has ever known is Soji Alabi, who has been married to her mother for over 2 decades. And she said, I quote, "I will always know that my father is Soji Alabi. I do not know any other man. I cannot blatantly deny him because I have heard about him, but I've never had anything to do with this man. My mother never blocked avenues for us to see. My mother even tried for me to have a relationship with him. I remember when I was 15 years old, she used to tell me about him, but he never tried to reach out to me. I am grateful to God for the kind of father and mother that I have. After God, my parents are next in line," says Ayomiko. And she continued by saying that I cannot bear his surname. How can I bear the surname of someone I have never met? That's a question. There is no sense in that. I do not even know his surname. And then she asked again, how can I bear the surname of someone I've never met? It seems like she finds it really, really ridiculous. God knows my real father, and everyone knows who my father is. I do not know this man. When I was in creche, yeah, you guys listen, daycare, primary school, secondary school, and during my university, I didn't see this man. No school fees, no postcard, no letter, nothing. No congratulatory message from him. So she said, nothing from him. So there's no story to tell. If you were not there when I needed you, now you want to be my dad? Sorry, you don't get to choose when you become my dad. No, you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose. That's basically what she's saying. She's saying there's no much story to tell. It's just a story about an irresponsible father. She says it's a story about an irresponsible father, and he's trying to cut a relationship with that he could build with his so-called daughter. Case closed, like somebody said. Case closed. Nothing to say again. What's there to say? So apparently, Tope Alabi had a child before she married her husband, who she's with now, which is Alabi. And the relationship didn't work. She left. But my main thing that is really, really bothering me about this story is that why did this man choose now? Why did he choose now? To bring this story out, to come on social media since 2018. All of a sudden he's on social media. This is not a young man, no. This is a baba. All of a sudden he's on social media and is broadcasting about how he's the father, claiming and dragging paternity on social media. Why? The only thing I can think of, and this is my own personal opinion, you can, reason it the way you like or how you think the matter played out. But I'm thinking that this man is this kind of ex that you have that when they see that your star is starting to rise, that God is blessing you, they are jealous. That's the word, jealousy. Jealousy is a very, very dangerous emotion. It can destroy, it can ruin. So this man now sat down now and think, okay, you had a child with somebody. Like the girl rightly said with her own mouth. She said, you never bothered to look for me when I was a child. I went to creche. I went to primary school. I went to university. I've graduated. You never looked for me. Now you are claiming that you are my father. How? I don't know you. She said, I don't even know your name. And you see how he started lying that Tope Alabi is the one that is every avenue he's tried to use to build the relationship, she's blocked it. Why? If she wanted to block you out of his life completely, she would not have told that girl about you. This is a lesson for a lot of men out there. If you have a child, whether is with your current partner or ex or whatever, if you don't try to cultivate a relationship with that child and you don't contribute physically, financially, emotionally, psychologically, in every aspect to that child's life. This is not 1970. I was saying to Ade today, the girl that did my makeup. This is not 1970 that a man will just come. You know, in those days that they are doing wedding, then they will now go and root out one rusty man from somewhere and say he's the father, and then will now sew one ashoebi and give the mother to wear and give the man to wear when he never participated in the child's life. Be papa, they happen again. Make I tell you, in this day and age, this is 2020. Women have wisen up, even the children themselves. You see what the girl was saying? Tope Alabi have not spoken a word. Because I personally feel that this man did this to humiliate her. Because he knows that she's a gospel singer. And a lot of people like me did not even know that she had a child, outside wedlock before she got married. But, I mean, who are we to judge her? Mistakes happen. People are human at the end of the day. So, she made a mistake and had a child outside wedlock before she got married. So what? He who is without sin, let him cast the first stone. Because everybody knows, where they were before Christ found them. But this man wanted to humiliate Tope Alabi. I put it to you that he really wants to humiliate her. Let the whole world know that as she's singing and her music is so soothing, and when she does worship, this woman does worship, the hair in your body, especially if you understand Yoruba, the hair in your skin will stand. The way she praises God, oh my God. So he sat down and thought, okay, what will I do now? Let me embarrass her. As a Christian, are you supposed to have a child outside wedlock? What will I do? I need to put it out there so that the world will know that she's not all holy and like she claims. But you see, when you do something like that, at the end of the day, will come around to bite you in the ass. This is what is happening now. Instead of humiliating Tope Alabi, this man has basically shamed himself. Go and look at the comments. Everybody's abusing him. The girl says, he doesn't know your name. You say he doesn't even know your name. Do you know what that means? So you are the biological father. You are just a sperm donor. You donated sperm for that child, but you never bothered to know the child. She's 22 years old now. And the worst part is that you now want to claim that you are the father. You can't know their family house to travel to Ibadan to go and locate their family house and say, please, eba me beg. I made a mistake. Please help me beg. Help me beg. Bring like 5 million naira and say, okay, I know it's not enough for all you spend to raise this child, but take it as my, what I can afford now to contribute to this child's life. And then bring the girl close to you and beg her forgiveness. Instead, you went on social media to try to humiliate the mom. You tried to humiliate her. You tried to demean her because you know she's a public figure. Let me tell you something that happened. When Mercy Aigbe was beaten by her husband, the man used to beat her. She refused to speak out. I remember when she granted an interview after she left that man that she was married to. She said that the man used to tell her, Shebi Wololoruko. If it comes out, you are the one that has name, the shame will be on you. So she was ashamed. She didn't say a word, so she will stay. It will beat her, she will stay. Until one day, when they now captured it on video and the thing was out there before she finally left that abusive man that she was married to. This is what, this category of men, this is what they do. They capitalize on the fact that you are a public figure. You are a celebrity, you are well known, and they want to humiliate you because they are jealous of your success. If you want to claim your child, nobody is stopping you. Go there. Go to the family house. Go and call elders. Say, please, help me beg them. I know I've offended this woman. I didn't look after this child. I turned my back. Maybe, I'm sure he has his own family now. He has his own wife and children. Maybe wives, multiple wives. This kind of men. They usually have a harem of women. Why are you coming on social media to go and embarrass Tope Alabi, to humiliate her, so that the whole world will not know that she had a child outside wedlock? Why? Why? And you think the child will be happy with you? Baba, you make mistake. This one, this one a big mistake. You shot yourself in the foot on this one. If you think that if you did it this way, whoever is your advisor is not advising you very well. Tope Alabi is a very highly rated gospel singer. She's well known and she's well booked. From January to December, this woman has engagements, ministration in and outside Nigeria. Because of how God is using her. Why are you doing this? I pray that God will not allow us to fall into the hands of vindictive ex, whether male or female, that will come and, you know, whatever it is that you had to do with them in the past, they will now use it against you when you become successful. When you become well known and you become a public figure in the future, that they will not use it against you, because this man was just waiting. The girl said it herself. You didn't come when she was in creche. You didn't pay school fees. When she was sick, you were not there. The woman was hustling with her husband to look after this girl. Now the girl is a graduate. Now you suddenly, oh, it's my child. You are posting picture to say, look at the picture. Look at me. Look at her. Don't we look alike? Ogbeni, you are a spam donor. Go and sit down. Nobody cares. The girl doesn't even recognize you. She's an adult now. And the thing about these modern day children is that they no sendo. You know, be like our generation where we see they fear, they respected us. All these ones, they didn't look at us. They look at us for face. They go look you for face, tell you their mind. They don't care. So, my own personal opinion is that this man, he owes Tope Alabi a very massive apology, and the girl. Because what he has done now is is disgraceful. He's trying to shame Tope Alabi on social media that you are the father. Who is dragging paternity with you? If you do not contribute to a child's upbringing, you played no part as a man. I'm talking to you now, brothers. It's not, you don't contribute, you don't ask about their well-being, you never paid any school fees, you never did anything. Especially in somewhere like Nigeria that is so expensive to care for children. The girl went to a private university. Do you know how much school fees is? Don't come one day and say I'm father. It won't work. Kole work, So, kole work. So I'm just going to leave it here today, guys. How do you see this story about Tope Alabi's ex that is coming out trying to humiliate her, to embarrass her, claiming paternity over a child that he never ever cared about or looked for? Because the girl said it with her mouth that the mother wanted them to have a relationship, but he wasn't forthcoming. Now he's claiming paternity. What do you think about it? Just going to leave it here with you guys. Leave me your thoughts and your comments, and I'll speak to you guys in my next one. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.